We are having a heat wave in London. It's absolutely incredible. It's very hard to describe what warm weather is like in a rainy city like England or a country like England. You know, this week's Ask Me Anything is a question I got very recently, and it is, Brian, do you get intimidated ever by your guests that come on the show? You know, at this point I have interviewed almost 300 people at London Real Studios, from members of parliament to CEOs of billion-dollar companies to Hollywood actors to great writers, you name it. It's been all sorts of people, activists, and you know, my first answer to this question was going to be no, I don't, but that would be a lie, because I definitely have in the past have gotten intimidated. I don't know if that's the right word. I think I have very high expectations on myself, and so I feel like I really need to bring my best and get the best out in a show, and I feel like this overwhelming fear that I am not going to cater to my guest and be accommodating and just do the most kick-ass job. And I think that's what motivates me to just do all the work behind the scenes to make sure the video is great and everything is amazing, because I just feel like I owe that to people. It's this weird thing about me, and it seems to make me bring out great work, but it also drives me a little crazy sometimes. Epic moments on London Real that I gotta remember: when I first had George Galloway in here, member of parliament, you know, I was thinking, wow, I mean, this guy had 15,000 videos on YouTube. I had seen him yelling at the US Congress. I had seen him going after every reporter on the planet when I prepared for him. I'd actually met him down at the parliament before, and I thought, whoa, what am I getting myself into? You know, but, and also with Neil deGrasse Tyson, there was so much pressure on me at that point. We had to take our cameras on the scene. He was doing a press day. I had to make sure we got it. I had to make sure he showed up. I had to make sure he didn't walk out, that he was engaged. You know, Dorian Yates, the list goes on. Peter Schiff, like all these guys you think might be intimidating, but I find that most people actually aren't intimidating. They're just normal people, and as long as you treat them fairly normally, then you're going to be fine. You know, one thing you don't want to do with these people is you don't want to supplicate to them, and you don't want to just cater too much to them, because they're tired of being treated like stars. And that's one thing I always try to remember, is that don't say, oh wow, I love your movies, to someone, because they've heard that so many times before. Just treat them like a fellow peer, and I find that's the best way to do it, because when you start stargazing with them, then they don't look at you the same way. And so I always try to keep them comfortable. I try to make fun of things and just keep the interview light, and if I have to come off as less cool of a guy just to get them to relax, then I definitely will. That's no problem. I'll sacrifice anything for a good show. It doesn't matter. But at the same time, don't sit around and be in awe of them, because I think that just turns those people off. Again, if you're a celebrity, you're used to everybody treating you that way, and so try to be different when you engage with these people. And again, I just try to find some common ground and just try to show them that you're a little bit different, and you're a real person with real questions, and you really have an interest in them. You've done your research, and you're not going to waste their time, because you'd be surprised how many media pieces that they've done where people just waste their time, you know, not prepared, stupid questions, you know, short interviews that aren't going anywhere. And so these people really relate, and if they know something about you before, if they know about London Real, then they give you a little more respect to us. So that helps a lot. So that's helped me with the intimidation factor. You know, that being said, sometimes people come on and I get really agitated, anxious. I remember Ashley Walters, for some reason, I got all excited about, and he was Top Boy here in the UK, where he plays like a gangster, and he was, you know, a former hip-hop rapper, and I was just like really anxious for Ashley. And then I was waiting for him outside, and I was like, oh, how's Ashley gonna roll up to London Real Studios, you know, in an SUV with a crew that's 6 deep and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, wow, how's he gonna come up? And I wait outside the studios on the steps a lot of times for people. And he walks down the street on his own with like a cap pulled over his eyes, and he's like, I took the tube. And you'd be surprised how normal these people are. It's just you see them on TV or on the big screen or on the movie, and they're these other people. Same with James Cosmo, a Game of Thrones star, Pyramid Tech star. He's just a super cool dude. The other thing about successful people is you'll find that they're hardworking, they're real, and they're there for a reason, because they're professionals, you know, so they usually treat you professionally. There are exceptions, and I've got stories of people that weren't nice, that were hard to deal with. Yes, I agree, but you know, you got to give everybody a pass, and no matter how you treat me, I try to give everybody the best episode possible, no matter what, because for me it's a work of art, and I just feel like I owe you guys the best look at them, regardless of whatever personal feelings that I had about them. So there you go. That could be one of my assets or one of my failures. But I'm about to get intimidated for our Masterminds experience coming up in September 25th to 27th. I am bringing back the greatest names in the history of the show. It's just blowing my mind right now. We're going to have Elliot Holtz, former pro strongman. We're going to have Peter Joseph, the founder of the Zeitgeist movement. Are you kidding me? Mike Dolce, trainer and nutritionist to the top UFC athletes, including Ronda Rousey, the female champ. Some call her the greatest UFC fighter in history. We've got Jeff Thompson, BAFTA award-winning writer, producing movies and plays. We've got Tucker Max, New York Times bestselling author. We've got Chris Eubank, former world championship boxer, and we have more. So those people are hopefully going to intimidate me and you, and we're not going to just be watching them on stage. We're going to be eating with them, drinking, sleeping, learning, training, everything with them for a 3-day period. It's going to be incredible, exceptional. You're going to tell your grandkids about it. So please get involved right now. Click on the link below. Go to the Masterminds info page. You can see all the information. Click on the submit your application to me. I will read it same day and get back to you. And I just want to know why you want to be there, your goal for the year. I want to get to know you and make sure you're going to be an asset to the room. I'm limiting this to only 100 people. It's going to be very hard. A lot of people want in, and I get it. I just want the best people in the room. So hopefully we'll see you there. If not, come over, join the London Real Academy as a founding 500 member. Only a few spots left for the first 500. Love to have you there. Awesome energy in the room. We're having meetups now every Friday in the studio if you're a member of the Academy. So go do that, and we'll see you there. Awesome energy. I love meeting you guys and girls. Just amazing people in the house. So there you go. That's me on intimidation. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Peace.